Please join me in presenting our 2024 Distinguished Artist Award to my friend, Jeffrey Wright.
Wow, an appealing curmudgeon. I have to ask Cord Jefferson why me? And yes, John, I did go to the theater with my mother. That's how this all began when I was a kid, attending the theater in Washington with my mother. John and I, the closest we came to working together prior to this film was at the Public Theater over 20 years ago. We shared a green room, he doing one play, I doing another. I've known him for a long time. I had a sense about how he would work and how we would work together. And I'm so pleased to say I was right. It was an absolute delight to, as you say, play with you, John. Thank you. I will try to be reasonably concise and to the point and even pithy, I guess. We're at the end of this thing. It has been a wonderful event. You guys have been seriously well behaved, but I will try to keep it moving. Thank you to the AIS for this. This is really meaningful to me, and I'll tell you why. I suppose you were expecting that I would. As is appropriate to this weekend, my story begins with the Super Bowl, as is befitting this room, I would think. Talk a little football. Super Bowl IV, 1970. There was a technological advancement during that game, at least one. And it was the first time that a coach had worn a microphone on the sidelines. Hank Stram, mic'd up, 65 toss power trap. That was a play, a little fake toss, inside handoff to running back Mike Garrett that Stram was convinced was a winner. 65 toss power trap, boys. He said this repeatedly during the course of the first half. Turned out he was right. It popped wide open. Chiefs scored at the end of the first half, and with it, with that play, and went on to win the game. Before I was an actor, I was pretty much a jock. Played on teams from an early age. 65 toss power trap has become a type of mantra for me on sets. It means, let's get this shot, and the next ones, do them well. Let's make our day and go home. On the 17th hour, on a Thursday in the 5th month of Westworld, that comes in handy. A lot of folks who work on sets, grips, electricians, and the like, are former athletes, men and women. They get it. Filmmaking is a team game. Let's matriculate that ball down the field, another Hank Stram saying, and another set mantra. Early in my career, when I was about 24 years old, back in, seems like 1890, pre-Lumiere days, I worked on the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Had an opportunity, thank you, had an opportunity to visit Skywalker Ranch, the mecca of Cinematech. Did ADR with Ben Burt. Big time. Yeah. But it was on set for that show down in Wilmington, North Carolina, that I had a minor epiphany that ultimately led me to these mantras. We'd finished the day. I was sitting on an apple box on the back of a camera truck flatbed and having a beer with some of the crew, as one does. And a young man walked up to the truck carrying a few metal circular canisters. And he placed them down on the truck bed, reels of film, of course. And I looked at them, and I had the sudden realization that all of the work that everyone involved on that production, no matter what their position, whether they were in an office, whether they were working from a truck, whether they were on set or behind a computer or painting a backdrop, everyone's work was distilled down into those canisters. That was our entire purpose, for everyone. And my work was just one part of a much larger whole. That understanding of the work we do has only intensified over the years. For me, it is absolutely the best part of what we do. The best part of this work is that we do it together toward the common goal of telling a story that is cool or meaningful or timely or beautiful or ideally all of the above. And we enhance one another's contributions as we do it. So I am so grateful to the AIS for this Lumiere Award, for this recognition from the technical side of things. Thank you so much, and let's keep matriculating that ball down the field.